Hari Om. Started the prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pitattvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakattvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the Vedanta question and answers, and one of the important questions is, what is the mind? Everybody has the mind, and using the mind only people ask the question, but what exactly is the mind? And this is a question that has been posed by one side philosophers and another side the psychologists. And each one talks about it in different languages, of course. And Vedanta also provides what exactly is mind. So mind, according to Vedanta, is a matter. So if you go to Google and ask, is the mind matter or does it matter? So the psychologists say something and philosophers say something, and what Vedanta says is mind is in fact a matter. So it's called subtle material compared to gross material. So what is a subtle material? So the way the creation explained is from Atma, Akasha Sambhuta, Akashat Vayu, Vayu, Agni, Agni, Abha, Abja, Prithivi, so Prithivya, Voshadaya, and so on. So you have 5 elements of Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Abha, Prithivi. So these are 5 elements called, they are created first, subtle elements are created, and then subsequently what is called Panchikaranam, where gross elements come out of the subtle elements by combination. So half of Akasha and 1/4 of the rest of that make it complete. So 1/4 essentially Vayu, Agni, Abha, Prithivi, and together becomes a one again, and that becomes called grossification, and those gross becomes a matter that from which the whole material world is created. So what is subtle material and what is gross material? And we said that the gross material can only reflect the existent part, sat part, whereas the subtle material can reflect not only the existence but also consciousness also, but not Ananda. Ananda also gets reflected when that mind is calm and quiet and serene. That happens when you are in the happy moments. There is no more longing mind in those seconds, or in a meditative mind. Then Ananda, or in the deep sleep state where it's pure Ananda only. So this reflection of Ananda occurs only also occurs, that means not only existent consciousness, Ananda can also be reflected when the mind becomes calm and serene and contented, even at least temporarily. And this is therefore, the mind is like a software. We are now familiar with hardware and software. A mind exactly like a software, and it is still a programmable things, and therefore, but software doesn't work without a hardware. So you need a hardware for the software to work. So mind has to reside in the body for mind to function also. And mind functions in its own realm. And Vedanta classifies that as Antahkaranam, inner instrument. And inner instrument, it has where thoughts rise in the mind. So thoughts are also subtle, and thoughts are called vritti. Vritti is a modification of the mind, is called vritti. So whenever mind is modified, a thought gets, that means mind gets little bit distorted, a thought rising in the mind. Not the whole mind, a perturbation in the mind is a thought. And thought gets formed because when a perception of an object occurs or any idea occurs, a thought rises in the mind. In fact, thoughts rise so fast, it's like one tree to like a big tree, monkey jumping from one tree to other without coming down. Coming down means back into the background. But that each thought is separate and they are sequential thoughts, and people continuously thinking, and they go from thought to other thought, other thought, other thought, and you are looking at Rama, Lord Rama, Rama, Rama Rao too. So he owes me some money. All that goes all over the world, sitting in the meditation on Lord Rama. So this is called connectivity, and that's what happens, how mind thinks. So mind, the internal instruments, and is classified based on the type of structure of the thoughts. One is the emotional center, that's mind. Another is the discriminative center called intellect or buddhi. And third is the ahankara, is a notion that I am this, I am this. Also a thought process in the mind that is called ego, and that is I am equal to this, equating to this. And fourth one is chitta, which is essentially a memory bank. That's what you have, build it up as you get education and so on and so forth. And these are four components, but together also called with the generic name mind also. And the mind is antakaranam, inner instruments, and need an external body to operate. So his mind is a matter, and there's an experiment in the Chandogya Upanishad where Uddalaka asked his son Swetaketu to starve for 15 days without except water and something. You should not eat anything. So he becomes so weak because of not eating a food, and then Uddalaka asked him, now chant Vedas. Then he could not chant because the mind is so weak, because it depends on the food also to grow, and therefore because of 15 days he could not, mind became so weak he could not recollect anything. Then he started asking to eat food again, and after some time the mind becomes strong enough to recollect and so on and so forth. So that shows the mind is also a matter, and it is also developed based on the external food also. That's what the Swetaketu experiment is. So in the matter, there is a subtle material and a gross material also. Krishna discusses in the 18th chapter, where sattvic food versus rajasic food. So the mind can develop depending upon the qualities of the texture of the vasanas that are coming in, and therefore a mind can be sattvic mind, a rajasic mind, or the tamasic mind, and that becomes a samskara of the mind, which can be changed by habitual process, and also food also as an effect. So if you take a heavy food, the mind becomes tamasic. We all know that we cannot think, we want to sleep. So tamasic, obviously we can. And drugs and all that help the mind also, and some people get stoned by all sorts of medicines. So the mind is a matter, it requires the brain to work, and also it's a subtle material, and it reflects the characteristics of samskara of the human being. With that we stop. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Sishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo